Bebop, got it on lock. Check your wristwatch. Tick-tock, time for lift off. You hear the stars calling.
All right, mic check 1 2 1 2. Bebop Boys back. Welcome back to the Bebop Boys podcast, where we talk about anime, movie, comic books, all type of fly shit. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's the deal? Episode 124? 25, 125. Yeah. Yeah. What's up? Good to see everybody's faces.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, we actually got a 4 people pod. It's been 3 episodes since that.
Konnichiwa.
Oh, I thought you said something about Coney Island. I was about to say, fuck yeah.
Right, y'all know we don't got no Coney Island over here.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we do.
There's
plenty.
literally one
Is
right.
it good?
Yeah, it's a national.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Y'all said it's nationals?
Yeah.
It's good?
Yeah.
Okay. Nah.
What national over here?
It's
What
right in that
nationals is
Hampton
good?
Village Center.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
It's next to GameStop. He got his filth on it.
I like Nikki D's.
McDonald's?
No, Nikki with an N. Fuck that.
I've been there.
Yeah, on 17 in Van Dyke. That's pretty good.
It's not bad. That's not bad. I'm hungry, so we could talk about food for the whole.
Sorry, I'm late.
We could talk
My
about
bad.
food for the whole thing.
My bad.
We
I
could.
was working, and
we
then
do.
my granny called, and I'm high, so
Did you
like
tell her
my
to
time
watch
is like
Ironheart?
obscured as fuck. My 80-year-old grandmother to watch
Yeah.
Ironheart.
All your black people to watch Ironheart.
I don't
Did
even
you? Hold on. Did
We
you?
need the numbers.
My
Hold
grandmother
on.
probably
We
thinks
do.
comic books still cost 25 cents.
They don't.
You know what I'm saying?
Tell her who was in
She's
office.
80.
They don't. Did you tell her about our giveaway at 5,000 subscribers?
Yeah, our 5,000 subscriber giveaway. We're giving away a Moon Knight omnibus.
I don't think my granny cares about Moon Knight.
You never know.
She might.
Like, oh, baby, they got... Y'all doing what?
And they're doing the
I'm not into
One
what was you
Piece.
saying, Wes?
Exactly, yo. That might...
Yeah,
she
your
might
grandma.
push the boundaries for us. You
She
know,
might open the doors that the old people.
that 1%
I'll
that we
text my
got,
granny right
women
now.
and old people? Yeah.
Hey, granny, first of all, I need you to download YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay, first,
You
what
will
you
have
need to do,
it.
you have to go to your app store. Okay, wait, let me show you what an app store is. It's too many steps.
Yeah.
It'll be easy. Don't worry. You got this. You got this. So,
All
yeah.
right. So I wasn't on the call. Missed it. It's about 17 minutes.
I was late and they were already completed. I was 4 minutes late and it was
It
completed.
was already done. Yeah, this is a we not playing around this week. We
yeah, 'cause
serious this week, yo.
Some serious topics.
So we gonna get into some serious fucking topics, yo.
We're really
Real.
not getting into
K-pop Demon
serious-
Hunters. Let's start there.
We're not getting into serious shit.
Yeah, we're not
And we're not starting with fucking. We're
Y'all
not-
episode was pretty serious last week.
Yo, because we
Y'all like
passionate
Timbaland
about
and
music.
AI.
We read an apology letter.
And then did y'all see what I posted? Y'all know Pharrell and Timbaland are cousins.
I know.
So like,
But one of them is using AI, one isn't.
and one is using people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you talking about Pharrell?
Yeah, I don't like how he did Chad. That was fucked up. That
We could talk about
that is
that
the
later.
lowest, highest
Stop
level
Asian
of fuckery.
hate.
What you want to say? You gonna say something?
Why wasn't there, my nigga?
You can. We can't. We don't got time to revisit.
We ain't got time. We got topics.
We don't have to. So what
We don't have that many.
Yeah. What are we starting with?
Well,
Since I
we
was
saw
28 weeks later.
28 years later.
zombie dick.
That shit
It's
was
not zombie.
fucking ridiculous.
It wasn't
Wait.
zombie dick.
There was a giant dick flopping around.
Wait.
You
What?
didn't hear the meme going around of the
Yeah.
the zombie
That's
dick.
what my girl wanted to see that shit. Yo, that freak ass nigga, dog. Yo, hold on. All right. Explain the movie, please.
That shit was, well, to be fair, I don't remember 28 days later, so I was going to rewatch it after watching this because I was like, some of the shit.
Did you
far
watch
apart
the
are
second
they?
one? The
Huh?
weeks?
What?
I was asking how far apart are the movies?
28 years.
28 years after.
No, I'm talking about in real life.
Oh, no idea.
Like
28
20
years.
28 years, maybe.
Really?
It spanned 20,
It's in real
23
time.
years.
No.
Like,
I think the last one was 2000.
the first one was 2002.
Damn, that is 20 years ago. Shit.
And then I don't know when 28 Weeks came out, but I don't remember 28 days later, so I don't remember what the feel of it was. But
Shaky
like,
cam
this shit was like,
and black woman.
bro, so much stupid shit. I don't know how the fuck that has an 89 on fucking Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh,
I was
bad.
surprised.
Oh, you don't like it?
No,
You
bro.
either?
Bro, it was like
Damn.
it was like, so I'm gonna just fucking break it down.
Break it down, Daddy.
So fucking Great Britain is being quarantined Like the entire mainland of Great Britain is being quarantined,
Oh, because they're island, yeah.
and they because that's where the outbreak happened originally.
Okay.
So there's an island of it's like a village on an island, and they reverted back to olden times, because they don't have resources and shit, because they're not trading, they're not dealing with other people, so they're on this island, they're living shit out, and apparently they go hunting, I'm assuming, and I think they're hunting for sport, but also they're ravaging, they're trying to find shit, like stuff to bring back to their island. So the main character, what's his name? Aaron Taylor Johnson. He is the dad of the main character, who's a 12-year-old kid, and it's showing him going to the island for the first time. It's his bar mitzvah or whatever the fuck. He's becoming a man by going out over there, and they go over there.
What the fuck?
They have a route called a causeway, which is literally just a random strip of land that goes from the island to the mainland, but it gets covered with water at a certain time. So they have to go at a certain time. And so they go, the kid kills a little fat zombie, which all the fat little chubby ones looked Asian to me. So that was questionable, because why are you looking at me? Why were they there? And then, so there was that. And then, so he killed one, and then his dad kills one or whatever. And then they have something called alphas. They have some super berserk.
They're like variants.
Kinda. They're berserkers. They lead a pack, and they operate differently than the regular ones. But these niggas are
red pill,
6'5", big grunty ass niggas.
They didn't have another one.
So they were about to, I think they were about to leave, because the dad realized that there was an alpha in the area. That was why, because the alphas ripped the heads off things and put them on display.
The alphas?
Yes. Like fatality, scorpion shit.
Spine hanging out.
And then they hold it in the tree. So he recognized that, and he was like, okay, we got to go. So then they started to go, and then they saw the alpha come up from the hill. They saw a bunch of them come up on the hill, which I'm going to come back on that. But so they were like, oh fuck. And then they turned around and ran, and then all the zombies started chasing them besides the alpha. And they were shooting, because they're using arrows. They don't have guns and shit. They're using arrows. So they're shooting at them, whatever, they're trying to escape. They end up getting stuck in an attic for a day. They go back, something happens, which I'm like, how the fuck?
The stampede from the
deer
butt.
I'm like,
from the
nigga,
thing I was
ain't
watching
no
today,
fucking way.
They said that the alpha possibly triggered that.
Oh yeah, maybe
to get them to come out, because the alphas are smarter.
Mm-hmm.
So they think the alpha triggered that stampede to make the house fall down.
But when they got there was a stampede. So I'm like, ain't no fucking way on this day is when the fucking house starts to fall apart.
So as I remember in the last two, once you get the rage virus, there's people immune to it, but once you get the rage virus, you're just a mindless infected. So where are these alphas coming?
Hold on. Let me go through. Let me finish. So they end up finding their way back the next day. They'd say, fuck it, we're just gonna run. And the tide was still covering the causeway for the most part, but they were just running through it. A fucking alpha, the nigga that he saw them, that nigga started trucking. That nigga was naked. Bro, fucking my man's from Get Out, but just the whole way. Chase these niggas through the water all the way back to the gate of their village. And
wait, you said the gate of their village or gate?
The gate.
He got cut off. I swear it did.
So then they shot him or whatever. And then, mind you, I forgot this part, but the kid's mom is sick. So there's she's kind of going, she has mental episodes where she starts hallucinating. She freaks out. She can't remember anything.
You hallucinating during an apocalypse?
They're on the island.
Bitch, you gotta go. You have to go.
But
time for that shit.
So she's struggling or whatever, and then when they come back, they throw a party for the kid, and he sees his dad cheating on his mom.
You cheating in the zombie apocalypse?
So they go back, or he goes back with his mom, and like he loves his mom, so whatever, and he knows something's wrong with her, but nobody's really saying, like they're just saying she's sick. So then he gets in a fight with his dad because he saw his dad do that and whatever. His dad slaps him for saying something, and then this is where that shit took a turn for me. The kid distracted the people at the gate and he started a fire to get the people to leave the gate. Okay. And took his mom to the mainland because there was supposedly a doctor there.
Okay.
Like some guy that used to be a doctor.
Who they all think is insane.
I think I know who you're talking about.
He took his mom to the mainland.
The mainland is where the shit is at.
Yep.
So
he hasn't done anything. Like, why would you do that? Like, so he took his mom to the mainland where they just got chased off by a fucking alpha and almost killed by an alpha. He was the one. His dad was like upping him because he was like drunk and shit. He was like, he's a hero. He killed a bunch of them.
wait, is the dad Aaron?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And mind
And
you,
he's like-
he was the one who was killing all of them. His son missed a bunch of shots and then hit one in the leg.
So he
happened
was,
to son.
and the
Little
son
context about that.
acknowledged it. He was like, "My dad is lying." Like he's making it sound like I'm a hero, but like when shit got real, like I couldn't hit anything.
His dad
So
enjoys
then,
it
why
a
the
lot.
fuck did you take a sick person to the mainland?
By himself.
You fucking idiot. Yes, by himself.
Wait, is his mom approve of this?
Who? She has episodes where she didn't even
she's
know.
like, she didn't know what was going on. Then when they got over there, she was
Look
like,
at that bitch there. Though.
she was like, "This is the mainland." And then he was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "We gotta go." He was like, "No, Mom, I'm gonna take you to see a doctor." And then so then they're fucking walking or whatever. They end up stopping, and then one of the fat ones crawls up. This nigga says, I'm gonna go and watch." He fucking crawls. The fat one crawls up to the kid, like because he fell asleep. And then the mom had to kill and she killed it with her hands. Like she fucking put like a little tarp around his head and smashed his head into a brick.
Which that was weird the way that they shot that because it was so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Because like it doesn't show who put the tarp over the thing's head. And then it just cut to the next scene where they woke up and it was dead. And then when they did that, it showed that she was the one who did it.
Like
So
you
it's
could have
like-
just showed her
Yeah,
doing
they
it.
should have just showed it because they immediately showed it right after.
They tried to like create some kind of weird suspense, but like you just
Then revealed
did it right after.
then.
So then
So
they
stupid.
So wait, finish.
so then they fucking
Questions.
they're going through, they almost get caught like 3 times. They fucking stumble across some soldiers, which like the soldiers were from Sweden. Their ship got wrecked, and then they ended up on the mainland. And then they have guns, and like they're like, because the outside world is still intact. It's literally only Great Britain that's fucked. And so they get there, and they're like shooting at people, or like they're shooting at the zombies or whatever. Most of them end up getting fucked, and then this one kid survives, and he was actually really funny. Like I liked his part. He was only in there for like 10 minutes, but he was actually really funny. And he was like, he saved them at a gas station because they were about to get whacked, and he saved them. They start journeying with him for a little bit. Then the mom hears cries or screams or some shit from like some direction. So she goes towards it. It's a train. There's a fucking pregnant zombie on the train. And then the pregnant zombie, like they have like a little fucking girl moment where they like hold their hands while she holds the zombie's hand while it's like giving birth. So the fucking zombie
The zombie
gave birth. And then the mom picks up the baby. She cuts the umbilical cord, blah, 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 blah. And then another fucking alpha comes.
Wait, what? How?
That's the one that the memes are about. Like, he's like this huge Indian looking nigga. And he's like,
Indigenous.
no, Indian.
Oh. Never.
So he fucking comes. He kills that soldier. and ripped his fucking head off. And then the doctor comes and like saves them. So you know that the doctor is crazy or
Is
whatever.
the Dr. Voldemort?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The doctor is supposed to be crazy and whatever, but come to find out, I mean, he's technically still fucking crazy, but like he takes them back to where he has like everything. He built a shrine or like these fucking shrines out of people's bones and skulls, but he's doing it to honor them. Like he's doing it to honor them apparently, but like they're like, it's whatever. So the doctor tells the mom that she has fucking cancer. And then the mom says she knew she had cancer and she was because she's sick. Like
It was started with the brain, so it's been affecting her brain.
she said it does. He said, I don't know if it started in your body and went to your brain or went from your brain to your body. But like, if you're sick with fucking any terminal illness and you aren't getting treated for it, your brain is going to deteriorate. So that's why she was doing that. But she knew that. And she said that she was hoping that someone else would tell the kid that. But okay, if you fucking knew that, why didn't you say that when he took you to the fucking mainland?
She was losing it. She was hallucinating.
No, she
was in
woke
America.
up.
There's moments where she's there.
She's sentient. Like she woke up when that happened. That's how she knew where she was.
So where's the dad at?
He didn't know where they went because the kid was
He
like,
just out the movie?
yes. Like, so the kid told him to leave.
I'm waiting for this screaming
So
when I get
they
really
fucking,
drunk.
the doctor ends up like,
Bro.
what is he? What's the word? He like,
Emball?
no, he shoots the kid with an arrow, but it like,
morphine.
or he like gets the kid high basically off some drug. So because he was
shit.
freaking
Check
out.
his history.
And then he basically put the mom down.
Okay.
And then he has
Mercy.
he has this ritual where he takes the fucking, like, obviously he burns the corpses. He takes their bones and puts them in the thing. So he gives the kid his mom's skull
There you go, little nigga.
and told him to find a place for it. So of course the kid climbs to the top. This looks like a Christmas.
Oh, that's what it was called?
It looks like a Christmas tree made of skulls.
So cool.
And he climbs it, puts
28 skulls
his mom's
later.
skull on top or whatever. That same fucking zombie, the alpha comes back. He gets knocked out again. Blah 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 blah. The kid goes back. He puts the fucking they have the zombie baby the whole time.
The baby's
The
not a zombie.
baby's not a zombie though. Like it was just, it's
How is
somehow
that?
not.
That doesn't make sense.
The placenta.
So he takes the baby
Who will raise the child?
back to the village and leaves it outside the gate. But he writes a letter to his dad and says, I'm not ready to come home yet. I'll let you know when I am. So he ventures back to the mainland. Like, where did you get this confidence from? I was like, kids are fucking
What's
stupid.
that, the mainland?
Bro, like, whatever reason, he wants to be over there. So he's over there, blah, blah, blah,
Like
blah,
his
blah.
stepmom.
He almost gets whacked again. And then, remember,
My favorite part of the movie.
he backs into like a dam or something. Like there's like a split, like a stone wall in the like dividing a road, and all these zombies are coming at him. So he's shooting at them, blah 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 blah. But then there comes to be too much, and then a fucking nigga with a mullet and a tracksuit,
Full
wearing
tracksuit.
all gold,
Drip.
all gold, like
Drip.
a gold chain, a gold cross upside down, and then 2 gold chains. He has gold rings all over his fucking fingers, and he's like,
Is he Indian?
no. He's just
Scottish.
he just pops up and he's like, hey buddy, that was a good job you did there, but seems like there might be a little too much for you. And then more come. And then he's like, do you mind if we step in? And the kid was like, sure. And then 8 fucking autistic blonde people that look just like him flip over, start doing literal kung fu flips.
They're doing
All in tracksuits.
All in tracksuits with random
No, y'all
fucking
cap.
weapons. Like, I swear to God, like, they have like nunchucks and random shit. Bro, they start flipping, killing all these zombies and shit. And mind you, as the zombies were running, the guy was leaning. He's doing the fucking Captain Morgan thing on these rocks the whole time.
It's the captain
And
in
he's
you.
like, he's telling his people, hold, hold, a fucking go. That's literally what he said. And then they started like in Cabin Fever, that kid, the pancake kid,
They all look like
8 of them. That's what it was. It was 8 of the pancakes kids from fucking from Cabin Fever. And then like they're just killing these fucking zombies, and then like that was it. Like that's how it ended.
Bro, I wish you had a mic. I wish
Bro,
you had
That
a mic.
the ending was the
So
best
bad.
part of the whole movie.
Bro, I got
So how
so
is the
pissed.
sequel set it up?
Because they showed that guy in the beginning when he was a kid. It showed like when the outbreak happened, and his dad apparently was a priest or something, so he ran to the church. His dad gave him the cross, and then he went and hid, and then his dad got eaten, but that was like
willingly, mind
But
you.
then they don't show you anything else about that guy. But then when the dad and the boy went to the mainland the first time, there was a guy hanging upside down, and he had the name Jimmy carved into his stomach. So they like killed him and left him there for the zombies. And then this guy is Jimmy. Like
full tracksuit, baby.
This guy at the end is the kid from the beginning.
What kind of trauma did you go to become a parkour?
He's been living in the mainland, surviving. But mind you, dripped out though.
This is
dripped out,
bro. This is the plot of Dying Light.
I
28
the
days
ending.
later, about to come. 2007. Okay, so yeah.
But bro, no questions were answered. I don't know shit. I don't know how did this bitch. So how did she have a baby? Like, so they're like in that breakdown, they're implying that the fucking alpha is the one that got her pregnant. But how did that happen?
If the alpha got her pregnant, then the baby should have just been infected regardless.
Yes. Like,
but
I mean, the baby is in her.
But
that's crazy.
Like, that's
crazy.
There's either she came over there pregnant and got infected,
yeah,
or
taking care of that baby.
Or
but why are you getting over there pregnant? Why are you going into the mainland?
There was no
That's
reason
crazy.
to. You can't go back. You can't leave if you even go to the mainland. It doesn't matter. Like, if you go to the mainland at all, you can never leave. Like, you would have to go join that village or something. Like, you have to, or figure out a way to survive. You can't,
or hang out with the doctor.
So like, no one would go there. So I was like, bro, this shit is fucking ridiculous. But they did have, the other one. But there was some crazy cinematic shots. Like, some of the shots there were fucking beautiful.
All with the iPhone. All with the iPhone.
Like, they were fucking phenomenal. Like there was like when they were running back across the causeway, it was like the Northern Lights kind of like nighttime looking thing. It was fucking beautiful. But I feel like they pulled a lot of inspiration from other shit. But that's why I said I wanted to watch 28 Days Later to see how they were moving and shit back then, because one, Aaron Taylor Johnson looks just like fucking Rick.
Yeah.
Like in this, he looks just like Rick from fucking Walking Dead. Like,
Rick's the guy, bro.
Like, he looks like they could have just got Rick. But
who's the better actor though?
Contractually obligated to. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Did you watch Craven?
Did you?
He probably.
Why did you do that to yourself?
He
That's why you've
probably
been missing
is.
2 episodes.
He probably is
contractually obligated.
Yeah, like
he can't
not allowed to
do
play
he
any
can't
other
do
zombie
anything.
shit. But so he looked exactly like Rick, and then it was like strong. I tapped Nick when it was happening. Like, they were giving strong Attack on Titan vibes. Like it was almost like they
How
took
they
the
ran
scene,
shot for shot.
Like, so that part when they first saw the alpha pops up on the beginning of the hill. All you can see is the silhouette, and it did make them look bigger than they were. But like, it was just the way that it was shot. So he comes up on the hill, and then all the zombies come up on the other side of the hill, and they're just standing there looking at them. And then there's like a few seconds, and then all the zombies start running. I'm like, that is straight from Attack on Titan, bro. Like, that was like literally that's when that was fucking episode 1 of season 2. Like when all those zombies came out of the wood, or all the Titans came out of the woods, and then they were just looking, and then they did the fucking spin flips and started running all dumb. Like,
well, side note, this game that I'm playing takes a lot from Attack on Titan, and even the development team say, yeah, we kind of took some story beats from Attack on Titan. Every time we talk, everything comes back to Attack on Titan. But a lot of media is taking stuff from that story because the story was so.
I gotta make a lot.
Everything is like everything's taken away from animes lately.
Yeah. No, you're right.
It'd be hard past
It's
at this point.
Money
You
maker.
can find Akira references, Dragon Ball references. Now Attack on Titan, because people love Attack on Titan for some reason. Respectfully, no disrespect.
It's good.
And
I'm sick of this nigga.
Luffy, what is it called?
One Piece.
Thank you.
She
Also,
groomed him.
there's a
She
20-year
groomed him.
difference.
No, she was his manager before that.
Yeah, there's a 20-year
She
difference.
literally groomed him.
Yo, he's a
you
man.
see.
We don't care.
They're divorcing, aren't they? Stop, Wes.
Yeah, she is.
She was inspiration.
No, yeah, but like everything's pulling from like
Especially because
anime
how
is innovative though.
attractive he
Yeah,
is
no.
in comparison. It's like woof,
Yeah, he is.
and it's like there she is.
Hey, maybe he just loves his wife.
Well, that's what she made him. She
We
made
are
him do that.
talking about this into the mic, and they couldn't hear what he said. So stop talking about it in the mic.
I'm sorry.
We're talking about Aaron Taylor Johnson's wife grooming him.
Um,
I'm sorry. I
but
didn't think
they
that was supposed to be a secret.
No, it's not, because I'm about to clip this up.
the
This is timestamped.
they are like taking like a lot of like, because anime is innovative, so like it makes sense, and they can do shit that you can't really do like without a huge budget.
Yeah.
But so all in all, I was not a fan.
Okay, I have a question. What is the movie about?
I can kind of say.
I don't know. It was like
That's what
it
I'm
was
saying. Like, I hear all this. Here's like just like a bunch of shit is happening, but no plot.
The love between a mother and a son.
Well,
Apparently.
the franchise starts off with these people trying to break out. These white people trying to break out a chimp that has the rage virus, and the chimp and the scientists like, no, we're working on this nigga. Don't free him. And they did it anyway, and he ended up beating and killing them, and then that's how the fucking virus
As
came
he
out.
should.
And
This movie-
that's the derivative of all this.
This is not what
this
that movie's
movie
about.
has nothing to do with any of the
None
other
of it.
movies.
So
You can't-
why is it called
This-
28 years?
because it's just
because
in the
it's
same universe.
universe.
And like,
but that's how the thing started.
how they like surviving 2 decades, almost 3 decades later.
Yeah.
But I will say,
Evolution, like vampires, the zombies are clearly evolving and stuff, right?
Yeah.
well, the doctor's scene was probably where you were supposed to derive meaning from the movie, because like the doctor scene, when the doctor comes, he says this. It's a stoic
Memento Mori.
it's a stoic philosophy like thing. Memento mori means like remember death, and in stoic philosophy it's supposed to be like remember that you're gonna die and let that dictate your actions, like live like YOLO basically.
Okay.
But
in a much nicer way.
and he tells the kid like remember death, blah 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 blah, and so when he's talking to the kid or like whatever, like this guy is like the first person who kind of like honors the dead people, like whether they were infected or not, and like what happened to them and blah 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 blah. Like he holds life in high regard essentially. And then he tells the kid, like when they're having the cancer conversation, that his mom's gonna die. He can't fix her, and like there's nothing like that's going to happen. But he was like, there's a lot of ways that people can die, and one of the best ways, or the best way that you can die, is like peacefully, with the chance to say goodbye to like, or whatever, like you die in love, like you're expressing your love for each other. And then he has them tell each other that they love him, and then he knocks that nigga out and then kills the mom and yada yada yada.
The first 2 movies, I'm glad that they actually have a point now, because the first 2 movies don't have a point. Like the beginning of the second movie is a nigga leaving his wife and another kid because these niggas got trapped by infected, and he's just running across. It's like literally.
Why am I going to
no
sacrifice
point.
myself?
No. As I got older, I'm like, that makes sense. He told them niggas to like move, and they didn't want to move. So she like staring out the window, like, come back for me. He like, bitch.
What am I gonna do?
Like,
Honestly, at that point,
And then he
like,
kicked the nigga out the boat. No, the
Like, I'm
beginning of the
just-
first movie, the second movie is really good. It's really good.
I'm just supposed to die because
Yeah.
because you can't listen.
Mm.
But anyway, so
I
like
wanna see
that was nice. And then he tells the kid like memento amoris too, which is like remember you must love, and like love. Basically, love is the meaning of life and all that shit. But like for the most part, don't know what the fucking shit was about. Don't whatever. Like, and I was like, I don't know. So
Checked
it was
out.
yeah. I'm like it was a movie.
Best
It
part
wasn't-
was the end
Really?
I disagree.
for me.
That's because the nigga looked like West Side Willie, and like they're all it's just a bunch of fucking West Side Willies
Hey,
jumping
man.
around, sawing fucking zombie heads off.
I had
with
so
a fuck,
much fun.
I had
like,
like a,
Bro, they were doing Power Ranger.
I was just about to
that's
say,
what it was.
It was
That's
literally
what it was.
because they
the way you
couldn't
describe it,
actually
you're
jump.
making it sound like Zombie Hunter Power Ranger.
Bro,
Even
in
even,
tracksuits.
even the way, like yes, even the setting.
the shots were like, you remember how they would do like ground shots so it looked like they got air,
Yeah.
but they really weren't jumping.
Yeah.
It was like every
jumping over the
every kill was like that where they're just doing flips. Yeah,
yeah,
and they just
they
kept-
were,
I actually
they
kind of
were
want to
making
see
some,
just that part.
funny.
They were
Really,
making
that's
some
part-
interesting like
Hunter
cinematography
Rangers.
decisions too, which were like
Yeah.
because like they would do something like it was like weird edits like the kid would shoot the arrow or whatever, it would hit the kid or hit the zombie, but then it would like do like a freeze frame and then zoom around the like it was like a
But that's kind of how the first film was. Like it kind of was.
every
the
kill was
shots.
shot by Zack
No,
Snyder.
it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't that.
No,
it
in
was
this
like,
one.
Oh, this one. Okay.
He wasn't
Well,
next one who shot it, but it felt like it.
The first one was kind of innovative on like the film techniques and everything, like especially like with amplifying the music and everything with like because this is not a zombie. It's not zombies. They're infected. So during what was it 2002 when the first one came out, it was the zombie movies that came out. Every zombie was the same. They're slow walking. What's it called? So this one was
Yeah,
actually the
they said
fast.
this is
Not
the-
Day of the Dead.
They said this is the first
No, no,
zombie
That's
movie.
exceptional.
Like this franchise is the first zombie movie to show zombies not have rigor mortis.
Yeah, they like were sprinting and like
yeah.
the camera shots were
Show
like
them
weird.
in hand.
In all fairness, these aren't technically zombies.
But that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. They were infected. But like when it came out, people were
what's
like,
the
"Oh yeah,
difference?
these are zombies."
A zombie is a person who was dead
They're
and is now
reanimated.
they're
Oh, okay.
reanimated.
Yeah.
So it makes sense why they walk slow. They ain't got much to them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of like how the crazies. They aren't fast. They're just regular human being with infected.
Great movie, by the
So
way.
yeah,
I love
they
the crazy-
So in general, a zombie is only
And
relevant
undead.
undead. So they have to be dead and then be reanimated.
Yeah.
So like all these other zombie movies, like
If you're not like if this is just an infection, so they're just infected.
Think of like I don't know if you've seen Last of Us, but Last of Us, they aren't zombies. They're infected.
fungus.
Fungus.
Yes,
Yeah.
but they call them infected. They actually would not let them use zombie on set. They were not allowed
like
to use that
why?
word.
The
Well,
zombie.
because of
They're
how
zombies.
how the virus originated. Like the virus originated in Last of Us through like flour. It was fungi. It wasn't like you die and.
But
then you
aren't
come back.
all these movies just
No.
reimaginings of zombies?
I mean, no,
Yes.
it is zombies.
so we're
It's-
saying zombies, but not calling
they're
zombies.
zombie adjacent.
If you suck dick, but
They're
don't suck
zombie
dick, they say
adjacent,
you don't
yeah.
suck dick. Are you so?
you just,
Well,
you're
don't
just
call
saying
my
sucking
movie-
dick.
Don't-
That's all you're saying.
They be like, well,
that's what y'all saying.
no, it's not the same. It's not the same
not
thing.
the
It's
same.
like kind of like it's different forms of murder, basically. If that makes sense. Like
Well,
if something
except for
is
zombies are already dead. Again.
well regardless like yeah they
it's a fucking apocalypse.
it's no regardless it's apocalyptic but like yeah I just
Them niggas
for-
is fast.
I that's why I wanted to rewatch 28 Days Later because I was like some of this they must be pulling from like
You had to
I
be
want
a
to
fan.
I want to see
Yeah.
the connection between
Same
the two.
director. Same director of all the movies. 1 and 3 have
1
the
and
same.
3? Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
probably why the shots. Was the music good?
I didn't even notice them
They
Okay, sorry.
there was just a woman chanting in the background a lot. And I don't know what she was saying because it was Scottish or Irish. So, it's kind of hard to understand them sometimes. If I had subtitles, this would have been a little bit easier. Because sometimes they were talking, I'm like, what the fuck did he just say?
what did you just say yeah
Dude
Like-
from Sinners was in that movie.
bro, he was talking like he was eating bread, but then like they would show scenes of like marching of like wars at random times.
That's how the first movie.
Or
was.
it would
was
just,
weird.
but it like,
That's why I felt like that must have been.
but like in the
More
first
of a
one, it might
callback
have
to
made
the
sense.
other
But in this,
movies.
but they made it seem like the village was a cult.
Bro, the opening shot of the first one is Cecilian Murphy in the bed with his dick
Killian.
out, bro. Killian.
It's Killian
Right.
Murphy,
Killian
but it's Killian.
What the Cecilia is a national.
My bad,
But no, they made it like they did a lot of things that they never came back to. Like
they
like
left a lot of shit open ended.
yeah, like they made it seem like the village was a cult because they had like one girl wearing a mask with an arrow through the head, and she was just standing in the middle of the room as they all started preparing the room, and like the screen was shaking like she was some type of icon.
It sounds like the
showed
story suffered, but
They
it
showed
was
the
shot
dad,
good.
like they showed some old dude where they actually never showed who the old dude was, but they showed some old dude wearing the same mask.
Yeah.
They showed like yes.
Yeah.
And then the mom kept doing a callback to her dad because like she's like she in her mind she's like 7 again or whatever, and she keeps talking about her dad, but they never show who her dad was. So I don't know if that old dude they're showing was the dad, and they kept showing like a group of kids that were like going to the mainland too, but like they never said who those kids were. So it was just like a
lot of
bunch of
shit.
weird shit.
And then they made it seem like the mother and the dad were both infected. I don't know why I put up 3 fingers at that point, but because like when we first meet the mother, she like throws the water off the counter and shit. They show her rag like bloody. Yeah, it seemed like she was getting angry, but then like when the boy confronted the dad for cheating, like he was like, "You gotta leave." The little boy said to the dad, and the dad was like, "This is my house, bro."
Before we get to Wes, cheating like what? Like, am I,
Well,
like, talking
he was
to her?
eating the girl out.
Oh,
Yeah, they turned the corner.
Can't defend that, bro.
They
I'm
turned
sorry.
the corner and started fucking for sure. But like the little boy pulled the knife out on his dad.
damn, for cheating for eating box? Bro, your mom about to die. Like, yo.
Again, but the little first of all, wait for her to die. Second of all, the little
all right.
yeah. Second of all, the little boy doesn't know. He thinks his mom can be cured. So he's like, we can be a happy family again, but now you've ruined it. So he pulls the knife out on the dad, but then the dad gets angry and then like takes the knife out of his hand and closes it. But then it does like a close up. He did it with just one hand. But then they did a close up of his hand and like did like a camera effect of his hand like shaking. And then like it made it like under the impression like he's got rage in him. But like humans do have rage. But they made it seem like it was more to it. Yeah. And then like he did his white thing. He did a Kyle. He turned around and went down. Yeah, he punched the wall twice. And then two holes. Hey, Dad. And then he went down the stairs, and then that's the last we kind of see of him for a minute. Yeah. But it was like they kept baiting it like the parents had the rage virus in them, in a sense.
There was something else.
Yeah.
I mean, from based off what you're telling me, it sounds like they had an idea for a movie, and then they kind of just was like, I don't know how to finish this.
They had 20
It feels like
And
they
then-
kept getting ideas.
And then I'm gonna say what I said before.
Go ahead.
British people shouldn't make movies.
That British people shouldn't make movies. They can be in them because they're good actors, but they're scattered. They can't finish clearly.
Well, what about Homeboy? Chris Nolan is British.
Is he? I thought he was Australian.
I thought he was German.
I thought he was white.
Shit.
Never mind.
I
We'll
don't
come
know,
back to that.
Clearly, these guys can't make a film.
All I know is he has a scarf.
It sounds like it was
so-
trying to show
The thing that
the humans becoming more of the monsters.
No.
Or
Maybe
weird.
no. The 20 years
That happened in the
later
first
all the
one,
time.
Oh, okay, never mind.
but the
Yeah.
another reason why it looked like
I don't like zombie movies, so like I've never seen
You
any
don't
of the
have to.
28
You don't have to.
something laters.
another reason why it looked like
Clearly.
they were creating, or like the mom at least was a zombie, was because they kept doing these cuts to like it was like it was all red, and it was showing all the infected people like in the woods and shit. And then the kid fell asleep and he had a dream, and it looked like those cutscenes where it was like all red, but his mom had the eyes that the infected people have. And she was saying like,
He was in the water,
She was
too.
in the water, and she was like, I'm drowning. And then she was like, come to me. And then like he woke up, and it was like, that was it. So it was all over the fucking place. I'm going to drop that for right now. Wait, you got something?
No, all right, you done on it?
Yes.
You done?
I didn't like it except for the last 5 minutes.
Okay. Before we get into
Go Zombie Ranger goes.
before
came
we
out.
get into K-pop,
K-pop Demon Hunter.
Yeah.
It's a takedown. I'm
I
gonna
did
take
see
you out.
Squid Games. I know it quietly released. It was good. Not spoiling anything.
You say Squid Games?
Oh yeah, season 3.
Like it
came
was
out.
7 episodes. The last 7 of the 3 of season 3.
It just dropped.
It just dropped
It
Friday.
just it dropped this week.
Yeah.
But no one's talking about it because currently my girls are doing numbers on Netflix right now.
But it's honestly, bro, I was a little scared because not scared, but like I was a little turned off from the
Korean War.
from the little second season. I was like, but it ended really, really good.
Okay. I didn't even know that dropped.
But yeah, go ahead.
I got okay.
Korean War.
I got a couple
shit.
things
Okay, that
that
was
I got to
me.
drop. First of all, I meant to say this last week. One Piece's fucking
Oh yeah.
One Piece's fucking Kuma backstory is in fucking tense. That shit is sad as fuck. That nigga did not have to do this. Like, he fucking made this nigga's backstory as traumatic as possible. This bro fucking lost his parents. He was a slave. They enslaved him because he was a fucking because of his bloodline,
Buccaneer.
basically.
Okay.
And he was
That's literally what it was.
they enslaved him and his parents. His mom got killed just for being with a buccaneer, apparently. They made him and his dad be slaves.
Are you saying Buccaneer as an allegory for something else? Or is he really Buccaneer?
That's what the race
That's
is
what
called.
the race is called.
Okay.
So then they
Everything is a slur in lyrics.
Understand.
Everything is a slur.
The dad was telling Kuma that his mom got killed. Mind you,
quit
Kuma's
moving like a cat. Wes? It's
4.
so distracting. I'm sorry.
He was like 4. So his dad is telling him that his mom got killed and he's trying to cheer him up and shit. And then the dad gets shot in the head for being too loud.
Yeah, niggas trying
So then Kuma gets raised like that or whatever, and then they do some fucking event which is basically like some weird version of the Hunger Games where like all the slaves get set free and all the rich people get to hunt them. And then he finds the devil
One
fruit
Piece,
that
they
he ends
say.
up eating.
It's the best anime ever, they say.
It is. Oda wrote this, didn't he?
They end up
They
finding
took that nigga eyes.
they find the devil fruit that he's supposed to be eating or whatever, so he eats it and then he saves a bunch of people. And then he grows up or whatever, like him and this other girl that he became friends with, like, grow up together. And then she wants to marry him, but he doesn't want to marry her because he has trauma from like his mom. Like, he doesn't want something to happen.
Don't even say heal, nigga.
Therapy.
They end up like, he doesn't want to marry this girl because he doesn't want her to get killed for being married to him. So they don't get married. Then they join the Revolutionary Army, blah, 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 blah. She ends up getting kidnapped and R-worded and then impregnated.
Greatest anime of all time, bro.
And then she gets some disease from like the experiments that they're running on her, where she like grows crystals, whatever. And then she's gonna die after the baby is born or whatever. She talks to Kuma like a last time and tells him like, I'm sorry, by the time you get here, I'll be dead or whatever. But she wants him to, like, she asks him to take care of the baby. So he takes the baby and raises it as his own. But then the baby has the same disease that the mom has. So then he basically sacrifices himself so that they can cure his daughter. And like, so now that's who he, like, right now he's like a cyborg and he has like no sentience because of how many experiments and shit that they were doing on him.
Where is Luffy at?
This is
is
a
a past.
backstory. Like, so this is the past. Like, right now Luffy is with that guy's daughter and the scientist who did like all this stuff on Kuma. But Kuma is the one that Kuma basically saved them multiple times, and they thought that Kuma was a bad guy because he was working for the government. But he was actually saving them because he used to work under his dad. But that shit is intense. That shit is sad as fuck. That shit is.
Yeah, I didn't know that One Piece went to those.
It
those
got
lengths.
grimy. It got grimy.
It
So
always
yeah.
does.
Also,
It's a lot.
Fire Force is doing some very dope cinema shit. Like some of the effects and shit that they're doing right now.
I told y'all I was underrated.
It was they're doing some dope shit. like they just in this most recent episode, they fucking showed that the guy going back in time and like
They had time travel in this now.
he
Jesus, I came so far since the first season.
he uses his power to go so fast that he can like break the time barrier.
Oh, shit.
They did that in the last season.
I've only seen season 1. I haven't caught up.
Well, he was doing it just to time skip basically, but they show him like getting drawn and then like as like a draw it's almost like a fucking like a crazy ego death trip that he's going through, because it shows him like as a drawing and it shows him as like what he would look like as a real person, and then it cuts back and he's like he's going back.
They did that in the manga.
Yeah, I was like
I forgot about that. I got confused in the manga. I was like, wait a minute, why are they all real?
Because he went back, and the way that they don't explicitly point it out, but the way that they make it look is like people in his universe, like they look like that, like animated, like they look animated. And by him going back, because he pointed out, he was like, what are all these things that look like people? Like, but it was like real people, like in Tokyo or like back in the day. And it was showing them. And so that kind of gives the implication that like, they don't look like that. Like in modern time, in his time, they don't look like that anymore. So it was like, that was trippy, but that shit was creative as fuck. So like, it was dope. And then
You gotta rewatch Soul Eater.
Yeah, because it's a
You gotta rewatch
continuation of Soul Eater.
I feel like that actually made Soul Eater make
Either
sense to
one
me.
is a
Soul Eater is the
prequel
to
Fire Force.
Fire Force is the prequel. Sorry.
to Soul Eater.
Yeah, but so that actually reminded me of Soul Eater, because I was like, that's probably why they look how they look in Soul Eater, because like when you change the timeline or whatever, people start looking different. So that actually made sense to me. So that was fucking dope. And then you're probably the only person that's going to appreciate this, but I'm going to say it anyway, because I said I was going to come back to Attack on Titan. So I'm rewatching Attack on Titan.
Yes, we all are.
It occurred to me.
But Mike Persia. Okay,
Like, this is the first time that I realized that most of the shit that happens in season 1 and season 2 happens in less than a week.
Oh yeah, that timeline is like, that shit is fast.
Like they
Get to it.
All of season 2 is one day.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, because they like, oh no, that's season. I'm thinking of season 3 when they go into the basement and everything.
Yeah, no. Well, yeah, that was one. That was like season 3, but season 2 is literally one morning to the next morning.
Yeah.
Or like one morning to the next night. And that's the entire fucking season.
So season 2, because Historia and I forgot the other girl.
Emir.
Yeah, they like they do some something happens at night or something like that, but like the whole day is just stressful as fuck. Like it isn't like multiple days.
No, it's like it's literally one day. And then when you put that together, like the majority of season 1, it like the female Titan shit. So like from the time that the female Titan shows up to the time where like Eren gets kidnapped by Reiner and like brought back is like probably 4 days. Like, and which is fucking crazy to think about, because then it's like, bro, imagine you find out all of these niggas are like Titans in a week. Like in less than a week, you're like,
boys,
all your homies, like you find out all these. And then Mike had some of the worst judgment I've ever seen in my life.
Well, she was blinded by love.
Mike was one of the section commanders. He was the guy that got eaten. Like, he was the first person to interact with the Beast Titan. And like where the Beast Titan like reached down and started talking to him, that was Mike. But Mike said the odds of there being any Titans in the 104th Cadet Corps are low. There was 5.
Yes.
Like, and
that's a good number.
like, and then before he left, Nanaba or whatever this girl's name was, she said something like, you know, like, we're about to get fucked. And he was like, no, as long as you don't quit, you haven't been beaten. And then
What
after
Over dramatic
animes of all time, mind you.
after the fucking Beast Titan kneeled down and was like, he took his ODM gear off him and was about to walk away, and then he remembered that he said that. So then he let out a battle cry, and then the fucking Beast Titan was like, "Oh yeah, you guys can eat him now." He would have left him alone if he didn't say that. It was like that, bro. That shit was crazy. But like, it was crazy to realize that all of that shit took place in like a few days.
Bro, the more that you watch that shit, or just keep watching it over,
your
you
favorite
realize.
show. Yeah, I do that all the time. Like, I'll rewatch Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, catch something. Now that I didn't watch this anime God knows how many times.
Mm-hmm.
And you just, certain storylines or certain connections, you just pay attention to. Same thing with I do it with Dragon Ball Z too.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know they had actual storyline in there.
No, well, just because we aren't raping women.
You're not supposed to say that.
Hey.
Anyway, real
Say
quick,
it on YouTube.
talking about backstories in One Piece, we just added a new one
To
in the newest chapter in the manga to Loki, one of the giants, who's very angry at his people.
Oh, there's a Loki in One Piece?
Yeah, there's the island of giants. Loki lives there, and he's one of the most strongest people in One Piece. He's actually chained to the World Tree. They chain him. They're like,
Oh,
we're not
shit.
letting you go anywhere.
Yggdrasil, is that what it's called?
Something like that. And here, like the World Tree, they live on the island. There's the World Tree, and there's different levels. So there's the underworld, then there's the like regular, and then there's the Sun Realm or whatever. I don't know. It's very interesting. But the mother had him. She took one look and went, "Fuck, you're ugly," and she tossed him out the window into the underworld.
God,
She said, "No son of mine."
she
And she
giving
literally
birth to the
said,
no-
she,
to the
bro,
underworld?
she literally said, "Don't tell anyone I had a kid." She said, "Just say it's stillborn." And she literally, they show
so
him
fucked up.
get tossed out the window, go through the cloud, and then land in the underworld. And then he crawled his way out as a newborn baby.
Dark.
So that was day one for him. That was, again, Oda with backstories. He's just like, how can I fuck him up? Or
in a
her.
way that I didn't already do it.
Exactly. What can I do new here? What can I do new here? Yeah, she threw him out the window because his eyes were different. Like the white area is black and the middle is white. So then
like
he
lit.
also he ends up blindfolding himself for the remainder of his life because his mother thought his eyes were ugly.
Got a face only your mother could hate.
Yeah, welcome to One Piece.
So she's mad at him for being ugly, but you made it. So
Yeah.
why
Oh,
don't
she
you,
was.
why don't you just off yourself?
She was a terrible, terrible, terrible. Like
fucking bus driver.
when they
Like,
the
damn.
king did not want to have a kid with her.
So why the fuck did he do it?
He
Was
had to do
was
it
he on
due
drugs?
to no. He had to do it due to the laws of their land. Like he had to have a kid with a pure blood. So, but anyway,
I gotta fuck
I
this
just wanted
pussy
to
up.
throw that out there. That was toss Loki right out the window. All
right.
That shit was crazy. But yes, let's hear about these K-pop demon
let's,
hunters.
yeah, let's hear about this, Tonyo.
Antonio.
This is your time to shine.
Yeah.
This is your time to shine. We've been waiting.
It is the best thing I've had in my face in a long time.
HR.
Do you like? Well, y'all don't.
How you know?
Do you like K-pop?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I like that one song, that Dynamite song. That's just pretty good.
I hate Dynamite. The lowest example of K-pop. I mean, I like BTS, but like that song is terrible. So it's like
You like behind the scenes?
the Bangtan Boys. That's what they're. Yeah, it's from area in Korea, the neighborhood they grew
Don't
up
they
on.
gotta go to war at 19 or 18?
They don't go to
So they
war.
gotta stop their world tour and go to war?
They don't go to war. They go to. I hate you, Julia.
Bro, I'm asking the
They have mandatory military training.
They go to the wall and they stare at North Korea. That's,
So,
Shut
yo,
up.
so,
Oh my God.
so you can literally have a fucking worldwide hit, and because you're Korean, you gotta go back and do that?
Well, they started young in the first
So what
place.
if I don't go back? Like, nigga, I'm with Lotto. I'm not going back. What you talking about?
It's only a year, maybe
Only?
2. Yeah.
Oh no. I'm never going back.
It's
I'm
just
never
training.
I'm never going.
I
Bro,
don't think
you want me to leave my world tour for this shit?
They weren't on a
Justin
world tour.
Timberlake.
I'm fucking bitches.
They weren't on a world tour, but they were really popular, and they didn't get exempt. They did get exempted as they pushed it back as far as you could. So I think they all waited till like their last year before they had to go. Before they got in trouble, and then they did their thing, and it's already over. The year or 2 years that already happened. They're already back in the studio. Some people have released solo music, but the band itself is getting back together.
Y'all gonna have to AWOL me. Come get me. Come get me. Come get me.
See,
All right, Trump, calm
those are
down.
the blessings that we have in America.
I know, and I love it.
No military.
And I love it.
But anyways, K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yeah,
So
please go.
it's essentially Asian sinners. That's how I'm gonna put it. Yeah. Yes. It is a cultural. Through the cultural lens, using music and the power of the fans, that's what they call it, the power of music to how they expel evil, essentially. So there's so demons try to come to Earth, but they can't because there's a barrier called the Hunmoon. I don't know what that means in Korean, but the Hunmoon is created by
It's a moon with a big dick.
the not Hung Moon. Hun, Hun. Well, it's spelled HON, but the O makes a U in Korean. Anyways, so the Hunmoon is it's the kids created by 3 women who use their voices and the power of the souls of the fans or whatever. They call them the fans, but the souls of the village or whatever. That's how it started to create this barrier. And this has all evolved into like K-pop. And K-poppers use their popularity to create the Hunmoon. And so, but in this particular group, they do it, but one is half demon.
Okay, before we get into it, how many episodes is it?
It's one movie. It's a
movie.
It's a movie. It's an hour
And it's
30.
on
Netflix.
An hour 30?
Netflix?
Hour and 30. Quick watch.
I thought it was a series.
No, it was not. It could have been because there's a lot of lore. And they could have, but I'm happy they did. I'm content with the movie.
Okay.
So yeah, one of the girls is a half demon. So if the Hunmoon gets sealed properly after their last concert, the demons in their world have these markers on their body called patterns, and that signifies whether or not you're a demon or not. So she wants her patterns to go away. But in order to do that, she has to seal the Hunmoon. Once the Hunmoon seals, her patterns go away, and she won't be so insecure about her body and about being part demon. All the girls have their own issues, but that's the main girl, Rumi. So it's a critique also on how hard K-pop stars work and how crazy the fans are. There's literally a song called Idol that the demon boy band ends up making, and it's literally just saying, "You guys stand me so much, I'm taking your soul." So yeah, it's very colorful. Again, it's very like K-pop centers, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse energy. It's the same studio and same, like, they put just as much innovation into the animation. That's what I got. That's what was the best part of it. The animation is amazing. They have great facial features, great visuals. The choreography for the dancers is amazing for when they dance and everything. Like, it took 10 years to make, and you can tell that they put time into this. Like that's to the point where there's plot holes or whatever, but it was like, damn, this could have been a series. But I'm content with the movie. The music is amazing. Even you don't have to be a K-pop stan to enjoy this movie or to even enjoy the music.
Do they have any cameos in there?
What do you mean? Like
I don't know, fucking Meg Thee Stallion.
No.
Oh, I was gonna
no.
say Naruto.
But they are the voices.
Yeah, the icon.
The voices of some of the characters are voiced by popular Asians. The dude from
Shangwoo.
No, the dude from what is the name of that movie? The Hangover. Yeah, he's in it.
The gay dude.
Oh, is he?
He's a doctor.
The doctor?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was about to call him, Dr. Kim, but I didn't know his last name. He's in it. He plays their manager. A couple. If you know these girls, you know them.
Aquafina in there?
No, Aquafina.
No, I can't watch it now.
Aquafina and Simu Liu are Chinese. They're not Korean.
The amount of times Aquafina's in a movie
I
for
know.
voice acting, though, her voice, they're like, we need. I just watched the
Fucking
animated
Tiffany
movie recently where she was in it, and I was like, dang, they got Aquafina in this bitch. That's crazy.
That's so funny.
She was in Raya. She was in Raya the Last Dragon and shit.
Oh yeah, she was.
Her voice, man.
Daniel Day Kim's in it.
Yeah.
So like those are people that I know, like generally people know. Again, the music is amazing. The music has been part of my soundtrack ever since, and I love it. I guess if you watch it, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I smiled the entire time, and I've watched it several.
I'll watch
times.
it today.
It's so good.
Yeah, I watch.
And the music again, the music is just very good. You don't have to be a K-pop fan. I was playing it the other day, and my mom was like, "What is that?" I was like, "Oh, it's the songs from the movie." She's like, "That's from the fucking soundtrack." Yeah, and I had to watch the music videos, and she was like, "Oh, if it wasn't animated, I can rock with this."
Well, that's another thing. Why are a lot of people against animation? Like
Because it's seen as a
Gilbert.
children's medium. That's why they really won't honor it at like
Yeah, until you watch
certain
Attack on
awards.
Titan.
Yeah.
This isn't a child show.
And you get PTSD.
Or even in K-pop Demon Hunters, the way they talk about killing people and demons is hilarious. They're literally like the girl. It's one scene where the demons end up creating their own, using fight fire with fire essentially. So they create a K-pop demon band. They're all boys. They go viral. They go
Playboy Cardi music.
They go hit. Blah blah blah. And then so they on like the Korean TV shows that like push them out there and everything. So the girls get in their demon hunting gear and are fucking trying to plot to kill them on national TV. And it's like, we're gonna wait till they finish their stuff and then dun dun dun. And then they're in leather. And then they get caught and everything. So they're in their full demon gear in like black leather and they get caught.
What do they kiss?
No, they don't kiss. There's no kiss.
No, Kiss the band.
Oh no, they're not kiss. Oh, and that's the thing. And so I'm like, kiss? No, but they don't kiss. Like, so,
like no.
So half demon girl and lead singer of the demon boy band, there is a romance plot element to it, and they don't kiss. I hate that. But there's
But they go to war.
Spoiler alert, he saves her or whatever. But shut up, Cold War. But their song together, they have a very good song together called Free, and it's like amazing. The music in itself is just
I will watch this
again
today.
if you like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
I do.
What is that studio? Because they did Mitchell and Machines. right?
Sony.
Sony.
It's Sony.
It's
Just Sony Animations?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally Sony.
Mitchell vs.
Animation.
Machines is so good.
Yeah.
still. Yeah, it's Sony.
If you
Sony's
like-
been snapping.
If you like Sinners, if you like, it's like I said, it's essentially Asian Sinners. Yeah, so if you like Sinners, if you like K-pop, if you like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, if you like, what else is like reminiscent of?
Karate Kid.
No,
I heard that last one was ass too.
I heard it was ass too. I was
that
going to
Legacy?
go that last one.
I wouldn't seen it.
Power Rangers, Sailor Moon. Yeah, if you like
TMNT.
TMNT, yeah,
Good mayhem, baby.
but only in the sense of color coordination.
But
it's very-
draw people in. Yeah.
But it's very Korean though. Like there are animals and stuff, and the way they talk about food and everything.
You said there's animals?
Yeah.
That's what made it Korean?
No, there's certain like
Oh.
Korean-based
I
lore.
was about to say,
Like-
I don't know if you know this, but those are everywhere.
I know.
Oh well, Quam
Adam
there.
Mills only seen in like Korean media, I guess. But yeah, they talk about stuff that we know, ramen, kimbap, the food and stuff, and the music and stuff. But yeah, it's a 10 out of 10. I'm obsessed with it. I can see why Squid Games didn't get no attention because
All right, now.
these girls is killing it.
Bet. I'm here for it.
Oh,
Give it a-
they're already breaking Spotify records online.
Damn.
Yeah, so music's good, movie's good, animation's good. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10.
Cool.
Like, you don't have to appreciate, you don't have to even like it like that, like K-pop like that,
Yeah.
to be a fan of this. It's just a good movie and a good animation, good story, good
All right.
background.
Hey, I'm here for it.
Huntrix Dose Smiths. Like a
Speaking
dun,
of
dun, dun.
music, Alanis Morissette.
You ought to
Morissette.
know. There was a scene in
And Ironheart.
where
Oh, so we're going from DEI to another DEI.
Yes, we are.
I like the moving.
Yes.
DEI forward. DEI.
Anyway, yeah.
or if we can talk about culture. We're going from culture to culture.
culture to
No,
culture.
I'm
That's
about
one
to-
thing that's very good about both Ironheart and K-pop Demon Hunters
No, we about to
is
We're about to defend.
dissecting the
defend
culture.
I liked Ironheart.
What about?
We're about to defend.
all 3 episodes?
I know, but that's what I'm saying. If that was a proper. Instead of calling it DEI, let's just compliment culture.
I'm gonna compliment.
Let's compliment.
I'm gonna
culture.
compliment Ironheart because it's a good show.
It's very good.
I like it a lot, actually.
It's
Yeah. And my favorite character is Joe. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. He's so weird.
I do.
Joe is really good.
I do.
Why
really
are
like
you
this
so?
character.
He's like, does your mom look like middle age? She was like, yeah, look at the pants, bro. It's like,
I'm not gonna lie
that
to
was
you,
funny. That was funny.
I always look for the comedic relief person in a something, and he is the comedic relief.
bro, but red flag though.
Oh my! Well, to an extent. Well, so but
I don't
let's
know what's gonna happen. I'm
let's.
scared.
I will. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm all over the
Yeah,
place.
Go.
Sorry,
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry.
This is not easy
Because
free.
It
We're
is.
not going to egg you.
Egg. I seen someone get stabbed in the head with a spork. All right, not egging. Anyway,
Oh my God.
it's a thing. It's a thing. It's a thing. No, if we're gonna talk about him real quick and his personality, I think he is gonna become a villain possibly. But he tried his best to not. He even said it.
He's like,
He
I
even
I
said
don't
it.
think he
Like,
has enough backbone.
Oh no,
I'd be like,
He's
my dad.
getting one now.
he's getting it. Like he went and trimmed that girl's flowers.
No, but Heather dog was just shitting all on his lawn.
Oh
and
yeah,
shit.
she deserved that.
Okay.
That shit was
for sure.
hilarious.
Can we back it up?
Yeah.
Is it fast enough? Can it? No. Okay. Anyways,
You gonna send you that Korean war. You gonna be staring at that wall too. You and Sung Book gonna be at that wall. Y'all gonna be at that wall.
here at the Bebop, we here at the Bebop
Sung Book
Boys
is from
podcast.
Squid Games, bro. It's
Do
an
not.
actual person.
I thought you made a name up. Okay. Anyway, what were you saying?
That's what I thought too. I was like, woo.
Anyway, in all
Fucking
fairness-
continue.
in all fairness,
Can you give a full breakdown of Ironheart before we start jumping
I
into
can do it very quickly.
roasting
I can do it very
Joe
quickly. I can do it very quickly.
/ Austin? What is his real
His
name?
name is Zeke.
Okay.
Ezekiel.
Austin.
Ezekiel Austin. No. So yeah, Ironheart came out. I think it takes place a couple months after Black Panther. She is in MIT, and she is selling ideas to other students to make money to fund her own project. But that is a big no-no in MIT, and they find out. So they expel her because she's also been in trouble quite a few times already.
She's been here for a year.
She's been there for 4 years. She's been getting nothing but trouble. She hasn't done anything really up to their standards, except for create her own Iron Man suit and other things. She's made other things. She's very genius. This anyway. So she gets kicked out. She's got to go back home. She ends up stealing her suit from the school in the process to fly home. And then the school kind of shuts it down on the way.
That shit was fire.
And she crash lands in Chi-Town, where she pays a little boy $20 to take her parts home for her.
Oh.
And anyway, so she's back home, expelled from school, and she needs to make money to continue to fund her project. And mind you, she has a little bit of trauma because her stepdad and best friend were murdered
They was
in
on
a
O-
drive-by shooting.
On O Block. Get off O Block.
They were murdered in a drive-by shooting. So she has a little bit of trauma in her, which will, come back later to haunt us. So she ends up, upgrading her suit and creating her own AI system, which, she has to put a little cap on to integrate her thoughts and everything into the suit. And that, the suit was a little too advanced and ends up becoming her best friend, Natalie, which actually has a meaning to it. Natalie does mean something. And I'm not going to say it because I don't remember all the words. Anyway, so she has to make money, so she ends up going and doing some shady side jobs after that really handsome man from Good Girls. Is that the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in Good
Yeah,
Girls.
it
That really
was.
handsome man drops by and he's like, I know who you are. Here's a card. And gives her a pizza card. And he's like, if you ever need some money, let us know. And so she's like, fuck, I need some money. And
I gotta let him know.
yeah, I gotta let him know. So she calls him up and he's like, meet me in this place, bro. And we're gonna go down an elevator. So she gets in the elevator and the elevator.
Why are you giving him this Italian accent? that nigga's
I don't
Latino?
know what his race is.
He's Latin, bro.
Whatever, I don't know how to speak Latin.
He was PR, bro.
I don't know how to speak Latin, bro. Tell
Oh
me.
my God, Spanish.
Bada bing, bada
Keep
boom.
going. Just let him go. Let him go.
Okay.
So she's going down the elevator and they trick her. They're all the gang. Mind you, the gang's very DEI.
Very.
We've got drag
Cultural.
a
They're
drag
cultural.
queen winner.
Yeah.
Drag Race, yes. Shea
Drag-
Coulee.
Yeah, Shea Coulee. I learned that yesterday.
Yes, she plays. Who the character was that she's playing was actually based off her.
Yeah. So super dope. Then you have the
dick.
blood siblings, played by one of the characters was in that one horror movie, Let It Go. Is that the horror movie?
I thought it was Evil Dead. I thought it was
No,
binary.
with the hand. You grab the hand. You got to arm wrestle the hand.
It was
Yeah.
her.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
he.
Wesley did a good job in Natalie stands for Neural Autonomous Technical Assistant and Laboratory Intelligence Entity.
That's why you got 2
Thank you, Wes.
degrees, bro. That's what,
I didn't do it. What
no,
is
I'm
it?
talking about reading.
Oh,
But anyway, the whole crew,
I'm
Clown. There's a
picking you
girl in the group named Clown. Anyway, they're watching her. Riri go down this elevator. They stop the elevator. They trick her.
You forgot the hood.
Yeah, he's in there too. The hood's in there. I like him. I like him a lot, actually.
I like him so
But-
much.
But anyway, she's going out the elevator. They trick it. They stop the elevator. They throw some
It's still
smoke in
Pride
there. They're like, if you don't get out the elevator in 2 minutes, you finna die. And they're like, you gotta rig it. And she's like, fuck that. I'm just gonna break it. And then she figures a way out, and she replaces Rampage, played by
Andre.
Eric
Andre.
They killed
who they later off.
They
off
killed
his
him,
ass
bro.
later on.
That's so mean.
And Hannibal Buress is in fucking Spider-Man Home. Spider-Man.
Oh yeah. So anyway, she passes the test. She gets his position. She becomes their new tech guru guy. And yeah, so now she's on the crew, and they end up doing a side job together. Tunnel. They hijack the tunnel.
So yeah, they're essentially Robin Hood, even though the leader is called the Hood. They're essentially a Robin Hood band of people. They literally only fuck with rich people. So what they've been doing, like in the
because
tunnel.
his dad is one of the rich people.
Is he?
Yeah, remember,
I don't
in
remember
the episode, in third episode,
Oh, yeah,
when
when
the
he
guy
talked to-
gave a speech on
Oh,
the television,
yeah.
that's his dad.
Oh snap!
That's the Hood's dad.
Of course,
Are we going?
always
You
doing
want to
benevolent.
finish up your synopsis so we
Yeah.
can get
My
to some of
synopsis
the-
is not
There was an important. They're not Robin Hoods because the
I know, but like
They're
that's
giving
their
them
thing
for
about Robin
themselves.
Hood is that he gives the money away. They're robbing for themselves, so they're
Yeah.
just
They're
robbers.
just self.
They're
They're
just
just thieves.
they're just
petty.
But
They're
like,
like-
this is a perfect.
But like, I don't care
we don't care. We don't care.
who else are
because
you
he's
gonna
not
rob?
like he's
but rich
robbing them,
people?
but he's not like cleaning them out. He's
He's
just
becoming
like.
a partner.
Like,
a
yeah, you
silent
just
partner.
put I'm on the payroll.
We
He
don't
ain't cleaning
care.
them out. He's
Do
using them as
But those
he's
contracts,
blackmailing.
I have
but those
I
contracts,
have a significant issue with that, but let's
Ah,
let Nick
fuck
finish
these
his
niggas.
I
story.
have
They
a
don't
theory
give a fuck
about
about
these
us.
contracts. I have a theory about these contracts.
They made
their
that tunnel for
contracts
me.
to
Their contracts with Mephisto.
Yes,
I
they
think
are.
he's actually signing their souls
he's a
over.
herald.
I think yeah.
I mean, isn't that kind of when he brought the
Harold.
homegirl in the car? I mean, that was kind of like on the nose, right? Like he was kind of saying, like, you signing your sign right here. You're signing your what's it called away. Like I kind of got
Yeah,
that.
but
from that.
that's same here. But I mean, they're presenting it as just like they're just getting contracted into the
into the
company.
their business.
Yeah, so legally, they are now shareholders.
Yeah.
So because it's contracted. So, but I think the contract is deeper than
He's giving
just
his
that.
souls.
They're literally signing their souls over to Mephisto without knowing.
Yeah, that's kind of dope. I was-
Okay, so since we are on this stealing thing, I wanted to wait. How do we feel about her and her crew being thieves, as opposed to like she's supposed to be this hero?
No, I think it's
Okay.
actually I think it's good because one, she's young.
Yeah, she's
Nobody
only like
starts
22.
out being a perfect hero at all.
Wait, they don't?
Yeah. I mean, even Iron Man
Oh.
was out here just murking people left
Batman-
and right.
Oh,
Barely
I
a
didn't
hero.
see that. I didn't see that.
Batman's barely a hero.
I didn't see that, bro.
I've been reading a lot of Batman
But like
lately.
Iron Man, and you bring up a good point about Iron Man. Iron
Fucking
Man
arms dealer.
was really, he was an arms dealer.
Yeah.
And he really only saw himself become a hero when the Avengers were assembled.
Well, and also the only thing that switched him from being an arms dealer is when he got attacked by his
when
own
he
weapon.
got hurt, yeah.
By his own weapon.
And then so like the show brings up a good question.
Thor was a bitch.
He was spoiled, bro.
Yeah, actually, the main three, the only person who's really altruistic about any of the Avengers that were really the most altruistic was Captain America.
But I mean, that's how he is created. Like he's
Yeah.
pure at heart.
Everybody else is like shady as fuck.
Yeah.
But anyways, I think the
But
show,
even he might, where he grew up at, he might have
Brooklyn,
said, he
right.
might have slipped.
He said the
slur
N-word.
out.
They were like, who
He
is this
had-
nigga talking to?
he probably hated all
I'm putting together a
non
thing.
like
No, you're not.
non like because like they probably hated the Italians, probably hated the Polish. Back then everybody was target.
Everybody.
Oh,
Yeah,
we don't know. We don't know about it.
If
We
you
never
didn't,
seen
if
him
you
throw a
weren't
slur.
British,
on stolen land.
yeah.
But no,
I think that the show brings up a good point, especially in the dichotomy between Iron Man and her. Iron Man had resources, so he was able to craft his place in the world, and that to be iconic. Because it's not she never says she wants to be a hero. I just want to be iconic. I just want to make a name for myself. I just want to be out there. I want to be powerful. That's why she gives off gives away her tech stuff. Well, not gives away, but sells her tech to her classmates because she knows she's better than all of them, and none of this shit is really anything significant enough that's gonna put her over the top.
Not only that, but the Iron Man suit has a meaning behind it for her.
Yes, because her stepdad
Gary.
was an Iron
She's
Man
not
fan.
trying to be like y'all just said it. She's not trying to be Iron Man.
No.
And people saying this is Iron Man. It's
Yeah.
not Iron Man. And also, a lot of people didn't see Wakanda Forever, or I guess didn't see the ending where Sherry told her, "You can't take the suit away.
Yeah.
You have to keep this vibranium here." So when I'm seeing, yo, why didn't Sherry just give her the suits and
Killmonger would have
saved the world?
Killmonger would have given her the suit.
Yeah, but Killmonger isn't here. That nigga is dead. He's
I remember.
6 feet. All right. Sherry
Actually,
is
I
the
think
Black
they put him
Panther.
in the water.
Shuri.
He said he wanted to be put in the water.
Did he fall?
I don't know. That's where he said he wanted to be. That's where he said he wanted to be. So I don't know if he's 6 feet or he's
Michael B. Jordan, we're going to find out where the fuck you at. But anyway.
You just threatened Michael B. Jordan.
Anyways.
Anyway, no, Percy, what was you going to say though? About her robbing or stealing the parts or something?
Oh yeah, that shit's stupid as fuck.
Go ahead.
I don't like it.
Oh, that's all he's got. That's what he added.
Well, I fucking told you guys before that when I watch something, if something is illogical to me, it ruins the experience for me because it feels like they didn't think it through. But like one, she's robbing people in a fucking suit, an Iron Man suit. She could not be that hard to find. Like,
Yeah.
who's this fucking person in this suit that you just shot a security guard and he saw you in the suit and you just flew out of a fucking institution in that suit the episode before? Like, that's stupid as fuck to
I'm
me.
pretty sure that is going to come back.
But
And
so
yeah,
that's fucking dumb. And then I don't like the idea of this nigga just fucking teleporting in front of people, and then all he has to do is shut down their business, and then they're gonna sign the business away to this nigga for like over that. I understand that, yes, it probably is a shock for a nigga to just appear next to you like that. That would probably do it, but. You can't just fucking sign a contract and then niggas own your business.
Oh yeah, he's
He's
the silent partner.
like that's
Episode
not,
3, we see what happens.
that made no
Yeah.
fucking.
Because he said no.
That made no.
He was
fucking
like, yo,
sense
you
to
ain't-
me.
you
So I
a
was like,
picture
I
of
didn't get to episode 3 yet, but like I was
Episode
like,
3 is really good.
Spoilers.
The best one.
but
Yeah.
I was like, man, shut the fuck up.
Because in episode 3, he does that, and the guy's like, I'm not signing my thing to you. He goes, no. He goes, I'll give you a check with some money.
Yeah.
You can take some
You can
money.
take these pennies.
Yeah. And the guy's like, no, you got to sign the contract. He's like, I'm not signing shit, bro. You're not getting mine.
Yeah.
And then what
Yeah.
happened?
so
He killed him.
So episode 3 is kind
But,
of
like,
like the
So what? Like, okay, so no, like, okay. What I'm saying is that, like, I guess what I'm saying is that feels very anticlimactic because it's like that. A lot goes into having a corporation like that. Likely one person couldn't just sign over their fucking company to another person. And then
I think he will sign them on as partners. Like
but
he was
one person can't make that decision at a multi-billion-dollar corporation. They have boards. That's how companies, the fucking founder of a company can get fired from the company they started because they don't own
That's
the
why
company.
you always you try to have, if you want to still be part of the company,
You got 51%.
you need to have Iron Fist. We learned that, right? Like
I didn't want
Danny owned 51% of the company, and the siblings had it split, and the other shareholders had it split. So even though Danny is running around fucking New York and
With no shoes on.
no shoes on, looking like a homeless hipster from Royal Oak, he still was a
billionaire.
He was a billionaire that owned part of a company, and they couldn't do shit about that.
Yeah, they can't so it's like that. It just make that feel
Yeah.
like I feel like something like that would take more time and energy than what they showed.
But we only got 6
And even
episodes,
if you even if you show up and you kill the person, like you didn't get anything from doing that.
But that's why I'm
So,
saying the
like-
contracts have a deeper meaning because in the end, they don't really the money is for
him and
not
his crew.
well, it's not for him. The money I don't think means anything to him.
Yeah, because
Because the contracts mean something deeper when I say it's connected to Mephisto, because Mephisto is technically the devil of the MCU. So
We have to. We don't know if he's there yet.
So because
Somebody's talking to that nigga like the green.
so
like the
No,
green.
somebody is talking.
well,
to
they showed the title cards for all of the next few episodes, right? And in the 5th one, there's an M, and the M is outlined in red. So everyone's like, "Oh, Mephisto," which again could be because in the comic books, the hood is powered by Dormammu.
Yeah.
From the Dark Dimension. But Dark Dimension's already been sealed off in the MCU, though they could still tie it to that because in the comic books, he gets the hood they actually said it in the show, by jumping a demon and steals it from him. But there's matching boots to go with in the comics.
Well, hold on. When they showed the little teaser of her getting the magic and everything, it kind of had the same symbolism as Doctor Strange, and I know that
that's
kind of
just
was
the
going.
magic in general, I think. And
But I mean, when they do magic in the show, in MCU, everything doesn't look like Doctor Strange's. I mean, because in the Agatha,
It has different colors, but
Agatha. I mean,
they have different colors, but for the most
I think
part,
it's the different type of magic they're
it's
using. Because,
different, yeah. Because like Wanda and them uses runes.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange gets their magic from Dormammu and the Ancient One, which is aliens.
Yeah.
But that's what I was saying.
So-
like the, what's it called? Kind of look like.
But that's why I'm saying
Dormammu.
the hood itself is probably something from Mephisto that he gave to
Dormammu.
him. No, not to Dormammu.
No,
but he gave to my man's What's his Parker? Is it?
Parker.
Parker.
No, Parker was the dude who.
No.
Oh, no, Parker.
Yeah,
All right,
Parker.
You're correct.
He gave it to
My bad,
Parker, and then there's a contract between them. Where clearly there's something deeper to it because he's like, this is what you told me to do this. This was this because they get into an argument at the end of episode 3. And by them, I mean Parker and
Him and the
Mephisto, it seems.
Yeah.
Because there's whispers going around the room and he's showing him, watch his cousin. Like, he's showing his cousin dying.
Damn.
Because his cousin does die in episode 3. Sorry, spoiler.
Iron Fist kind of left.
Ironheart left him to literally suffocate to death.
Damn.
Yeah.
Terrible
So
way.
and at the end she's having a panic attack about that.
It kind of
He
was.
was
Natalie a
trying to
little
kill
bit,
him.
but
I was seeing that too. I was like, that's because so she was suffocating.
go back with this.
Exactly.
And Natalie, her interface, I'm coming for you, got her in the fucking suit and saved her. There was no time to have a conversation.
But she also lied about it because
She lied about it.
Yeah,
And that's, yeah.
So she's taking the fall for that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the episode, Parker is having a talk with what seems to be Mephisto, because he's just everywhere. And he was like, this part of the plan? Like, was my cousin dying part of the journey for you? Like this, that, and the other. So it seems like these contracts are part of a deal that he made with Mephisto. So that's why I'm saying, like, it doesn't, like, none of the money matters, like, to him. The money is not for him.
Yeah.
The company is not for him. These people are just signing over their souls, really. That's what I'm assuming. But we'll
that
see.
would be a good little,
But I'm like, I see where you're coming from. But in a writing standpoint, you only get 6 episodes, I think.
Yeah.
So they're
that's
like,
starting
we
to
just
bother
have
me.
to fucking find a way around it. And hopefully nobody questions the logic.
Well, I'm gonna question the law.
We
I'm
know
No,
gonna-
because you know what they're questioning? Why
is she black?
no.
We're twins.
No, but Ant-Man's whole goddamn thing was the nigga is a funny criminal.
I like him. What are we talking about? Why did you bring that up?
I brought it up because of the same reason why niggas hate Ironheart. They be like, yo, she's a fucking criminal.
I was.
We
no,
didn't
they
make
hate
that
her
connection, babe.
They hate her because she's black.
I know.
We didn't
No,
make
they
that
hate her because of a lot of things.
I'll give you
They
that.
hate her because of a lot of things. It isn't just because of the. I mean, no, because it's fair criticisms in the show. One of my thing one of the person thing that he just said, fair criticism.
Fair.
Me,
That literally makes no sense. Like to pick on like one of the people, one person in the whole MCU
they be
that
like,
for being a
well,
criminal, when everybody in the Avengers,
they be like, well, Tony eventually became a fucking, who he was. I'm like, yeah, we just met
this
the
is
girl.
the origin story.
This is the origin story.
Like this is bro, everybody
Really
in the
is.
fucking in the new Avengers is a criminal. Everybody. Literally everybody, every single one of them was a criminal. Like
Oh yeah.
Bro,
Like-
but that's the thing. If you want to give fair criticisms about the show, give fair criticisms about the show, not
Yeah.
about the.
yeah, you gotta
people that-
watch it first. Like
But they was review bombing it before it even dropped.
They
We
was
do
like-
That was wild. There's one kid going viral that like his shit.
Oh no, yeah.
He posted his shit literally
We don't claim that.
at
nigga.
the moment
We don't claim that nigga.
that it premiered, and he was like, this shit is ass. This is dog water. It's physically impossible. He had to had like pre-recorded it and then posted it because each episode is literally an hour long.
Yeah.
All 3 episodes. There's no way for him to watch it, like binge watch it.
Which I'm happy about that.
Me too, also.
Happy about that.
But yeah, there's no way there was time for him to watch it and record, edit, and post a video in the time that he posted the video. It's funny. But yeah, they're all like review bombing it and everything. But like, I'm happy it is good because we don't have to like falsely defend it like we do other things.
I think the pacing.
I don't falsely
I think
defend
the
anything.
pacing
I
can
do,
be a little bit.
Eternal.
I actually don't.
Eternal sucks.
So
We
for me,
shat on.
not gonna lie. For me, it's kind of just okay.
And that's
fine. That's fine.
But-
fine.
No wrong.
But
Is it dog water?
but it's because of the pacing.
Secret Invasion.
Like
dog.
to me, it's like boring.
But again,
Like
is it dog water?
no,
Is it
But-
ass?
no,
Do
like
you not like Riri?
no.
Okay.
But I don't. She does got a real strong jawline though. Like her shit strong as fuck.
I like her a lot.
Her
She's
shit
adorable.
is like her shit is
Yeah, he
chiseled.
is 2 episodes. He died.
He's
though.
dead. He's dead.
But
He died though.
regardless, like to me, the pacing is like it just
I was getting paid the most next to Anthony Ramos.
it feels slow. Like it feels like very slow moving.
It
Well,
is, but I'm invested. I'm okay with that because like she's probably we don't know shit about her. Wakanda Forever was a while ago. She hasn't had cameos anywhere. She has her and Miss America. I'm
Miss
kind of
Marvel?
no, Miss America.
America Chavez.
America
Oh,
Chavez.
I was
yeah.
about to say, what
No,
are we
Miss America is her superhero name.
Trash.
No, they just call her America Chavez, or they just call her America.
I thought her superhero name was Miss America. Anyways,
I don't-
you know, we haven't seen them since the movies. So like whatever they come up, I was like invested, especially for this champion / Young Avengers thing supposed to be happening.
Was she in the chair line? The chair line, the announcements.
No.
Okay.
Who, America or
No.
Yeah, either one of them.
Either
No.
one of them.
no?
Because I'm trying to see what they're gonna do with her.
I don't think they
I don't know.
Is this 6 months after
Write her off.
Wakanda?
I don't know. But regardless, like I
way they
enjoy
took-
her character.
The way that
And
Tony
like I
Hawk-
love seeing hood culture because as a person who grew up in Detroit, I love seeing shit like this, like seeing the kids playing in the park and
I like the
kid trying to hustle you out of money. I like seeing shit like that. So like for me, like yeah, while the action part of it is slow moving, I like seeing I was about to call her by her birth name, her real name. I like seeing homegirls Riri's. I like seeing Riri's life outside of MIT. I like seeing like a character that's not like spoiled like Hawkeye is. You know what I'm saying? Or completely traumatized like Helena is, or completely traumatized like Wanda's kids are. You know what I'm saying? So like while she's traumatized to a different, maybe because I relate because I lost a parent, but like a kid in the hood who's trying to make it out the hood but can't make it out the hood because, you know, capitalism, you know, and gets looked down on about it because of that, you know, trauma from her sibling or her best friend dying and her stepdad dying. Like I appreciated all of that. I like seeing Chicago and I like seeing the hood shit of Chicago. I like seeing diversity shit because yeah, why does only high caliber thieves got to be white men? No,
because
I don't think there's a white guy in the whole team.
I don't think it is. But like they're you know, people are calling it the DEI Ocean's 11s or whatever.
It is.
But like they're in Chicago. Chicago is like one of the biggest queer meccas of the world. I wouldn't be surprised if half that team is pansexual.
I don't like her love interest. Whoever the dude is.
Oh,
I don't-
Xavier.
I don't like him.
Yeah, I don't have
They could have
they got
not
the
had
one
him.
sexier or
No,
yeah,
they could have literally not had him.
Yeah.
Or
I think he's there for her moral ground because
Yeah.
he's like, you know,
'Cause she's
to
ignoring,
remind her
she's
about
clearly
it.
ignoring her mama.
yeah.
So yeah, I agree.
He is there for her moral ground.
Fuck out her mom.
You know, I was
Yeah.
thinking about that too when I was watching it too, because like even though it's like okay for me, I'm like, what the fuck are y'all complaining about? When you think about it, it's like MCU, it's a universe. Like there are multiple facets of life. Like
but
there
they don't
are
wanna see
different,
that shit.
even within the
They
same.
complain about that in Star Wars.
Like even within the same, like, so a bunch of these people are in New York.
Mm.
Like, so we got people in New York, So like that's the only place that super shit happens is in this one fucking state. Like that doesn't even fucking
And
make
they're
sense.
not
And
even
then
acknowledging. They say
and then-
it happens, but like you could, she probably they could have even made it that she died or something happened. They didn't even make it blip connected. The stepdaddy dies and the girl's after of some nigga shit.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
but like
they could have
so
made that like more alien. No,
Falcon is
life.
from Falcon is from
North Carolina,
Louisiana.
Louisiana, yeah.
Fucking where's what's his face from?
Give us a description.
You talking about Bob?
No,
Meth? Somewhere where meth is at?
I'm trying to say Buggy, but it's not.
Bucky.
Bucky. New York, right?
No,
Bucky?
yeah, Brooklyn.
Bucky's from
Is
Brooklyn.
he from the same
Queens.
place, Captain?
Queens.
Yeah, he's from
no,
Yeah.
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're from Brooklyn. Spider-Man's from Queens.
Okay, so
Yeah.
like all of these people are from like all these different obviously, if it's a universe, like Miss Marvel's from India, and she comes over to
In New Jersey.
like to the
Their
United
family is
States.
from New Jersey.
Like,
yeah.
There's got to be, if you're thinking about this in a grand scale or like a universe,
They're not.
they're not.
racist.
But it's like
They're not.
they're not. But it's like if you think about it from a grand scale, like when I was fucking watching Paradise, like this is a weird detour. I watched Paradise, and then I'm like, maybe it's hard for laymen to think about shit like this, but I'm like, there's no fucking way that the only bunker in the fucking world is in the United States. Like,
More bunkers. Yeah.
there's got to be if there's not only rich people in the United States, so they would create bunkers wherever the fuck they are. So there's got to be bunkers in China, in Japan, like in Solo Leveling, how there's fucking like hunters in every fucking country.
Yeah.
Obviously, because this isn't the only country in the world. So it's like,
Obviously.
Squid Games isn't only in Korea.
yeah, like, so it doesn't make sense for like, okay, only this one style of human gets to experience all this shit, but everybody gets to die from it.
Bro, they're just racist. That's literally
that
it.
really
they're
is
just
it.
racist.
Yeah, they're just.
And then
being
when they're
racist.
trying to hide it behind these commentaries, and you know what? I'm gonna take that back because well, they are racist, but it's also black people that are just like, they just ignorant to that shit. It's just one black YouTuber. I ain't even going to say the dude's name. It's just that they don't like that inclusivity shit. When they see
I know who you're talking
a gay
about.
person and they don't understand, like, why are they putting this on TV? They don't understand that.
Want to
They don't understand the character. They think the character is from Iron Man. They're saying Tony Stark's name a lot. I keep saying Tony Stark's name a lot because it's his fucking institution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's because like, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
It's a story.
that's what I'm saying. Like, if you think about it on a grand scale, where like they're creating a world, like they're creating a universe where multiple different entities can exist with these same powers or same things. Like, so if you think about it through that lens, do gay people exist in this world?
They don't want them
So
to
if
exist.
they exist in that world, do you think it's unlikely that they would, not a single gay person would be involved in super shit? Like, when that's the norm in this universe? Like,
Bro, Friends was just all white people. That's what they want to
fucking
keep.
nonsense.
in New York City at
It's
that.
just Vivica A. Fox is the only
in
black person.
Manhattan.
In New York City.
While the internet has created things, like we're able to have this podcast and we're able to speak.
We are talking shit about DEI
No,
shit, and we're
stop.
a DEI podcast.
We're
Carry
not
on.
talking shit about
That's
it.
not what I'm saying.
I know, it just came to my head.
So the internet has created the possibility of us to be able to have this podcast and for people to be able to speak their mind on things. It's also given people that nobody would ever fucking listen to an ability to speak out to the world instead of talking to a wall like they would have.
Monetize it, bro. It's
Tyler,
a lot
the creator,
of,
just said that.
It's a lot of grifters that don't believe the shit that they saying, but I know, right? There's a lot of grifters that don't believe the shit that they saying, but they can make money off of it, so they just say it.
Yo, I'm
These
not gonna
niggas
lie.
Reiterate the same talking points over and over again.
I genuinely would not be surprised if like people got hired to
Oh,
down,
that's a thing.
bro. Cause like, when I was,
Especially in political social media.
bro, I was listening
Yeah.
to fucking like I was listening to Theo Von's podcast, and I was listening to he had two different Congress people on there, and there was a Republican guy that was on there, and this guy has been like popular lately because he like Trump doesn't like him, like he got mad at him, like so they're going back and forth, and Trump threatened when the guy like went against Trump, Trump threatened to like, your career is going to be done. We're going to like invest in a primary. Like basically what they do is they will take money and put the money into your opposition. Or like Twitter campaigns. Like he specifically said, like there's social media campaigns where they will hire influencers to talk shit about you, which is, you're grifting. You don't give a fuck about this for real. But like there's like, I wouldn't be surprised if they were doing that towards certain forms of media and shit like that. Cause like, bro, like we already know, I don't know how you can really believe anything at this point. Cause like a lot of these people, bro, are like,
and it's like also, it's so obvious, right? Like it's not even like the review bombing thing. It's just like, this is clearly just you're making it obvious that you're just being bigoted.
Yeah.
You know, so like you're not even doing that shit delicately. Or like homeboy, the guy who made the TikTok, you know, before you had a chance to even watch it significantly. You know, you didn't have a chance to watch one episode before you posted that.
Go ahead. Hold on, I'll just make some noise while you get here. There we go.
You would think you would think that they would think it out a little bit more to be like, okay, I'm gonna save this till it's like realistically the amount of time that I could have watched it. No, I'm just gonna
the show posted at 7. That shit posted online at 7:01.
You're not gonna make money if you post it 3 days from now.
Yeah. No, but he could have posted it at the end of the night.
It's
believable for somebody to watch 6 episodes in a night. He could have posted it at like,
if you weren't part
first
of
thing in the morning. This shit is dog water.
Bro,
yeah,
again, they're not thinkers.
You're thinking reasonably.
Because also there's a what do you call it? Like, because let's just say he got the access right through Disney Plus. They're on a contract, so they can't post it even until the rest of the world has watched. So like, you're just being
breakdowns. They don't post the breakdowns till like later on in the night. Or
it literally has to be like 12 hours later,
bro.
To give the world a chance.
When I watched
it
it that morning at work, I was texting chat. I was looking for a breakdown. There were no breakdowns, but there were videos.
Yeah,
there were 20 videos of. It was a video of Robert Downey Jr. in the blackface and
Tropical Thunder, Tropic Thunder.
Fucking Riri. I'm like, dog, what the fuck? Yo, what is YouTube doing, dog? Like, y'all, are y'all serious? Why y'all putting this on my algorithm? Like, what the fuck? Like,
but I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie though. Like, I think I sent a video or it was like a YouTuber in the group chat before, but he was like breaking down that shit. Like he was talking about how like even YouTube dissented into like a whole bunch of like bigoted like random shit, and he said that like he used to be somebody. Basically, his point was that like conservatives have become what they complain about.
Yes.
Where he was saying like, you know, they used to say like, oh, you guys are super sensitive and like you're super sensitive and like whatever. And now he's like, you guys are the same. Like you were making fun of these people and you turned it into like a profession, so much so that now you're the fucking sensitive one.
Yes.
You're the one that's reactionary. Like as soon as you hear a certain word or anything like that, it throws you into a fucking tizzy. And like he was saying like how now they seek out shit to just make fun of. Like there was like that meme where there was like some meme where like this girl, I think it was this one where it was this white girl and she's like a liberal girl or whatever. And I think it was the one where she's wearing glasses and she's like, her eyes are huge or something.
She's really mad.
And he was pointing out how that meme, I think it was that one. It might have been a different one, but I'm pretty sure it was that one. And he was saying like conservatives found that video, they turned that girl into a meme or whatever. And the actual video isn't fucking the actual video was her saying how often it was like she was saying a statistic about how often women get raped.
Yeah.
And like that was the video. But they take it and use it in
but
the
you know,
context
intelligence is used against us on the central and left now. Like there's and we clearly see it with comic book media, whatever. There's such an anti-intellectualism force being pushed through right now. So like facts are just not valid anymore.
But
So,
that's
like,
why I said that's why I even brought that up, because like to what you were saying, the reason why they can do that, where they can like create a reaction video, is because the people that they're creating it for don't care.
yeah,
They're not going to watch
They
it
had no
anyway.
intention to watch the
Like,
show in
yeah,
the first place.
Like they
or they're lying about if they like it or whatever.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
they're just looking for shit to be mad about. So
Yeah.
like they want to just jump on the bandwagon. So they don't give a fuck if they could talk about a whole different show in the video
Mm-hmm.
and they wouldn't know.
And like what kind of makes me mad also is Disney kind of pandering to it to an extent. They knew that they were gonna get some shit for it, so let's get Robert Downey Jr. while we paying him $1 billion trillion to just have 10 minutes in.
But that's might have gotten somebody who
And Doomsday. We're gonna put you on the media circus of this to kind of get up because we know people gonna be mad about it. Instead of just saying,
people are still mad about that. They were like, oh, well, they're paying him because he has to do it.
$150 million.
I mean, that's a lot of money.
Bro, yeah, you better get your white
sorry.
ass up here and promote this.
Because let me tell you something. As
And Ryan Coogler, get
a
your ass up
bitch
here.
who's doing a lot to make some money right now, nigga, that's the least you can do. It's get up there and be like, hey, I support Riri.
All I can say is, I think Ezekiel's going to become a villain.
I hope not. I actually like homie.
No, I don't. I don't like him at
I
all.
like homie.
I love him. He's stupid.
I don't like him.
He had
The
a little
moment-
love sign.
No, the moment he
He was crying in the car.
yeah, the moment he blackmailed Riri,
Yeah.
I was like, okay,
That's
he's
his
the real
dad
villain.
coming out. That's his dad coming out.
Yeah.
Obadiah.
They built this in the lab.
But my thing is,
Want some money.
he said, I'm gonna give this to you because he trusted her after they opened up together. And he's like, just make sure this does not get traced back to me.
And then
she
fucked up.
immediately loses it.
Yeah. Ooh, that shit was.
And I was like, oh no.
But I like that shit because
he
like
doesn't
they
like the
young
people in
and
iron
kissable.
suits.
No, he don't.
No.
He wants to go as far, and then he trusted somebody in an iron suit.
That is another thing I like about this show. The iron suits, man. I know we nanotech. I mean, it kind of seemed like
Yeah, that's a good
But-
point.
but,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I like
don't-
this non-nanotech.
somebody, but I actually like watched the video and kind of like this dude was like pointing out the nanotechs. It's not too much.
No.
But
just
it
never
just
suit.
seems like a
No,
lot
because
the helmets are like
they even used it in Thor: Love and Thunder, even though that's not nanotech, it's magic.
Yeah.
But it still looked like the nanotech parts instead of just making it like
I
sparkle.
think it's just
It's lazy.
It's lazy.
It's
Yeah,
lazy.
well, yeah,
'Cause I
the way
think
to-
even
her, like-
Guardians, I think everyone uses the same.
Right.
It's the same. I mean, and God, this is nitpicking, right? I feel
That's fine.
it's nitpicking, but like it's the same animation for everything, and we just attribute it to nanobots.
They found a way. They found an easier way to do it.
yeah.
Be
So
lazy.
that's going to be the standard.
but yeah, Riri and the actual physical
When she came out that suit, when she landed,
when
in
she
that,
landed and just
bitch,
walked
what?
out of that bitch,
fire,
swag, bro.
fire.
I said, okay, bitch.
I
was
don't
like,
understand how YouTube is letting, because I know you just said Disney letting people go off on everything, but YouTube is literally monetizing and letting people call fucking Natalia, not Natalia, what's her name? Natalie.
Yeah.
Fucking, they were like, oh, what's her AI going to be named? Oh, Sharquisha or fucking.
Oh my God.
YouTube is
terrible.
literally monetizing.
If they're
niggas
not
and
saying,
let niggas do that shit.
look, bro, if they're not saying nothing directly rated, because like I think that's where we are at a society about racism in general. Like we don't care about microaggressions anymore. That's considered a microaggression. But like they have to be straight up lynching or saying N-words and stuff like that for it to be considered racist at this point. Like, and even then they'll if it is, they'll fucking try to scrub that
Well,
shit
they
from the
try
internet.
to hide it under the guise of freedom of speech.
Yeah, so that's why they can dance around shit like that. So yeah,
But freedom
that's a
of speech
whole
don't.
ass that's a whole ass racist comment.
Freedom of speech
So
doesn't.
as long as they're
regard you
not
from
saying
kicking
it,
ass.
they can get monetized for it.
YouTube was being more strict for a while, but in like the past year, and I don't know if maybe it's just because
There's so much money that can be made from grifting. That
Well,
just
they lifted a lot of their restrictions. They came out and
really?
said that it's like ever since like Trump came into office,
That's really
they
what
did that.
happened.
It's kind of like a bunch of companies.
A
that
lot
came
of
forward
companies are
and
doing
been like,
even at work. I
Yeah.
notice it. Both my jobs, we're having.
yeah,
going
we don't
through it.
really care that much anymore.
if there's a whole section that I can make money off of, like if there is a group of males who are lonely that I can make money where I guarantee 200,000 views by the end of the day, they're gonna do that shit.
I think
And then YouTube is gonna monetize.
Yeah, I think that honestly, like, that's just something that we should be cognizant of, like, and as individuals moving forward, because you have seen companies shapeshift based on the social climate. Like, nobody actually
Like, I sent y'all that video about Chick-fil-A no longer.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of people change
majority-
profiles from the pride shit.
the majority of these like companies aren't like they're not built on like actual values. Like they're just for profit, which we're gonna have to talk about that afterwards after this for a minute, because there is something that like we gotta address. But these companies and shit like are
Get fired.
flimsy as they're flimsy as fuck, bro. So it's like you just got to keep that in mind moving forward. Like if you can get bullied into not having or like not standing for something that you said you stood for before or like whatever, then like you're whack as fuck. Like that's whack.
Target.
Because like meanwhile my boy from fucking Ben and Jerry's getting arrested.
But
But
Ben and Jerry own 51% of the company, and Unilever can't do shit.
Yeah, you can't do nothing about
They
it.
can't do nothing about it. I'm sure they want to fire his ass, but that was part of their contract that like they can still do their political shit. A certain amount of money got to go to certain shit that's like not problematic to the earth or people. Like look up Ben and Jerry, how they run a business.
I'm gonna YouTube it.
It is yes, it is. I saw, and I don't know which one I saw because they both just like chubby white men, but I saw in college, I saw one of them speak, and it was just so fucking inspiring. Like, yeah, look them up, look up their story, how they don't play that shit now. I love it. And that's how you would think that's how most companies should run, but they don't.
Nope. No.
Or you get bullied like Chick-fil-A
Niggas
by
are for
trans
profit.
people, and then you be like, okay, we'll stop.
Yeah.
We do. It kind of seems like we live in two separate worlds, like the world of the internet and the world of actual people like
That's true.
showing up. Because then when the numbers come out for the Ironheart shit, you're gonna hear like
Number one, bro.
Yo, who the fuck is watching this? Yo,
It's been number one all week.
exactly, bro. All the people all the MCU people I have come across, MCU nerds, say I'm pulling up and watching it. So I know that we talk about online criticism a lot, but we talk about the online shit. But the online shit isn't real. When we actually go to the movie theaters and see people show up to these things. We saw people show up for the Dan and the fucking even the Flash shit. Like we saw people show up for that shit. So
Yeah,
just living online.
It's just, yeah,
Terminating online.
and you can live in like that's part of why like people argue and shit so much, and like regardless of what you're fucking arguing about is because of how the internet is structured, you can essentially live in a different world from another person.
Yeah.
So like you might be surrounded by like a bunch of different people from different walks of life who watch anime, and then somebody that you went to high school with doesn't see anything because all they see is NBA shit. So then they're like, who the fuck is watching anime? And there's like a bunch of people. Like, and then it's like no matter what you're doing, like you'll see hundreds of thousands or millions of people liking that thing or like whatever. It's like but that makes everybody move uninformed. Like everybody, like I noticed that, which we'll fucking wrap this shit in a second. But like I noticed that when you're through politics, because I realized like I listen to like an entrepreneur podcast and that guy leans more right, and then I listen to like I know in general more left leaning people, and the way that both sides talk about both sides is the same. They say the same shit. Like they're like, oh, they're trying to kill you. Oh, they're trying to do this. They're trying to like whatever. Like this and like so
virtue signaling.
They're like they're pedophiles. They're radical. They're this or whatever. Talking about the same. They're talking about the same thing, but referencing the other side. So clearly you guys have the same values. You just are disagreeing on who's doing it. So it's like, but regardless, like that's how people get pit against each other. So it's like the internet is not real. The way that people act on the internet is not real. And like, that's why I saw fucking Mark Zuckerberg on Joe Rogan. And he said that they have no data that says that the internet is actually harmful to people.
Mike, I'll fight you right now, Mark. I'll fight you right now, bro.
Like exactly, clearly you are unbiased in
And
what
you're
you're
clearly,
saying.
you're
But it's like
clearly
but,
lying.
But it's like, how could it not be harmful for people to act in a way where they think that you're literally seeing how people act when they don't think that there are repercussions for their actions? That can never be good. Like, there'd never
And
be
we see it
fucking good.
in fact, we see it in real time.
Yeah.
We see it, and that's even the worst part of it. We see it in real time. So like, yeah,
like
bullshit.
We post a fucking video about saying like, oh, this show is not good, and some fucking random nigga from Utah pops up and says, kill yourself. Like, oh, okay, that's good. Like, but regardless, yeah, the internet is not real, and I think the show will do fine. It's boring to me, but I'm gonna watch it.
Okay. I'll give it a good 7 right now.
Yeah.
Also, I think we should talk about this at some point in the future because today is too long. But like, it's kind of weird to think about the different shows that exist within the same universe that are supposed to be taking place in the same realm. And like, because I'm thinking of like, Daredevil is Marvel, but Ironheart is Marvel, and these stories are happening like not at the same time, but like these people exist 5 hours from each other, and Kingpin just turned off all the electricity. Like, bro,
You gotta let that go.
bro, I'm never letting it go.
You gotta let that
Wait
go.
a second.
Never letting it go.
Wait a second. Echo is deaf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daredevil was blind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm all right.
And there's a comic where they fight with each other. There's a whole thing. Yeah.
And niggas were mad at who?
Yes. But it's time.
Yeah, let's wrap it.
All right.
All
Nick,
right.
do the
Hey,
thing.
shout out to the guy who wrote A Bug's Life. Or girl. Anyway, see you Space Cowboys later.
Where did that come from?